Hi, I'm Jean McGuire, and this video is about Lillian Anderson Glasmann, my great aunt. You can call me Lily. I was born in 1888 to Charles Anderson and Matilda Jacobs. My future husband, Ted Glasmann, was born in 1885 in a family home in 14th and Platte. At age 6, Ted's family moved to 17th and Decatur along the Platte, where the Mile High Stadium stands today. This home flooded out with severe rains along the Platte River Valley. The horse house did not have telephones, electricity, or gas. It just used coal oil and wooden railroad trusses to go on. Ted hiked up the hill to Cheltenham Elementary School at 15th and Julian Street through the winter snows of 10 feet tall in those days. Children could slide home on toboggans down the hill on Federal to West Colfax. And at West Colfax there was 2 bakeries, a saloon, hardware store, horseshoe outfit, butcher, clothes, drugstore, and 2-story boarding house. And young Ted made rounds with 20 Orthodox Jewish customers every Saturday morning, keeping their fires going for him in the Sabbath. On Friday night, he'd turn out the lights and blow out any candles that were lit, and everyone left the synagogue. And on Sunday, he'd collect 5 cents per fire and 10 cents from the synagogue. As a bricklayer, Ted also helped build the synagogue school at 13th and Decatur, and he had lots of friends, the Tempers, the Gold Signs, so all his Jewish friends were there. He helped with the bottling business using small carts to go from house to house to collect. And one gentleman carried dry goods on a wagon, and another, Sam Bloomfield, built an artificial lake, and so the kids, Ted and Harvey, raised fish in that lake for the Jewish community. You probably heard of kids the fish that Jewish people like. In 1900, Ted began work at age 15 for Newsteaders, worked for the dry goods company, and he found out he worked on horse wagon, and he hopped on and off the wagon delivering parcels until 9 o'clock at trains. Parents were worried; they didn't know what happened to him. And where he was working said, sent out the police for him, couldn't find him anywhere. But the whole time he was working at the dry goods store. And then he worked for Taylor, and they let him use a bicycle that went 30 miles an hour for him. That was great. And the last job was becoming a bricklayer with his dad at Kendall factory at 7th and Lincoln. He made mattresses out of things like rags and cotton and wood and 5 pounds of feathers. River Park was along Platte, and favorite pipes to watch horse races and a circus when it came to town. And Ted remembers getting to see Buffalo Bill Cody. He played baseball with kids from Longmont and other kids in a dirt lot at 290 Colfax. In the winter, he ice skated on Sloan Lake. And the Intermountain Railway moved from Denver to Golden for 25 cents, but the conductor would let the boys hitch a ride for free, so he enjoyed that. And they went to Dome Rock and had picnics at Crystal Lake near Pine Grove. You've probably been there hiking. And it only cost $1.25 to take the train at that time. In 1906, at the age of 18, I married Ted at the Justice of the Denver Turnvery. And 5 generations of our family have danced at Denver Turnvery. We both had a great school education. We lived at Downing Street, and our sons Walter and Lewis were born there. And I kept doing chores such as child care, meal preparation, laundry, budgeting, especially during the Great Depression, cleaning and coordinating family schedules. Ted was a wonderful photographer, took all the family photos from 1930 to 62. We lived on Common Street. I have 2 more sons, Clarence and Jake. Our house was worth $2,000, or $32,000 in today's dollars. I passed away in 62 at 74 and buried at Mausoleum in Paramount. And Ted passed away at 90 and 75. We were together for 13 years. He's buried beside me. So if you'd like me to give a talk like this to your clever organization, contact me at Jean at mylegacywoman.com. And please like and share this video. Thank you.